Okay, so today is our last lesson in this quick little chapter, except it's not 6.3. It is 5.3. Oh boy. Polygons and angles. Okay, today we're going to talk about the interior angles of all the shapes. Okay, so we know the interior angle of a triangle is 180 degrees. Some of you know that the interior angle of a four-sided shape, quadrilateral, is 360 degrees. Here's why. If I split this, I can make it into two triangles. 180 plus 180 is 360. Let's look at a five-sided shape. How many triangles can I make out of this? There's one, and then 2, 3. So if I take 180 times 3, I get 540. Okay, and you could continue that pattern throughout, but there's a formula that shows us how to do this. And the formula has it's kind of a weird thing in it, but we're going to see why. How many sides does this triangle have? 3. And how many 180s does it have? 1. How many sides does this have? 4. How many triangles does it have? 2. How many sides here? 5. How many triangles? 3. So the difference between my sides and my triangles are 2. So if I had a 16-sided shape, how many triangles would be able to fit into it? 14, because you just always take minus 2, and that tells you how many triangles you'd be able to fit into it. So our formula that we use is S equals n minus 2 times 180. And the S stands for the sum of interior angles. Okay, sum means adding. Interior angles are 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, all the angles inside the shape. So if I add all of them up, this is what I get. N equals the number of sides. So that is our big helpful equation for today. So example 1, find the sum of the interior angles of the following polygons. Sorry, I'm eating a bit. Okay, first one, let's do an octagon. So, I use my equation. How many sides does an octagon have? It's 8. So I'm going to do 8 minus 2, and then multiply that by 180, and that'll tell me what my sum of all of the interior angles are. So 6 times 180, and you get 1080. So that's your answer. Let's do another one. Let's do a heptagon. A heptagon has 7 sides. So it's going to be 7 minus 2 times 180. So 5 times 180, and you get 900. Okay, last one before we do a different type of example. Let's do an 18gon. So try to pause this, try to do this one on your own. Okay, hopefully you've really tried to do this one on your own. 18 minus 2 times 180. And you get 2,880. Okay, so that's the first part of this. Second part, we need a vocab word. Regular. Anytime you are told that it is a regular shape, that is you being told that all of the sides and angles are equal. Okay? So like yesterday on that triangle worksheet, you had that situation. If you knew that all the sides are the same, then you knew that all the angles are the same. So you would just have to take 180 divided by 3, and that told you that each one of these angles were 60. So let's do example number 2. I think I can squeeze it in down here. Find the measure of one, not all, just one interior angle in a regular hexagon. Okay, so I'm going to do my normal equation here. So a hexagon has 6 sides, so I'm going to do 6 minus 2 times 180. So all of them equal 720. But I don't want to know what all of them equal, I just want to know what 1 equals. So now I'm going to take 720, and I'm going to divide it by how many sides does the hexagon have? 6. And that tells me that one angle in that regular hexagon is 120. Okay, so same thing as above, just don't forget to divide it by the number of sides to get your final answer. Okay, we got another one. I'm going to make this super difficult. I'm going to try to draw an octagon. Good enough. Okay, I'm going to label the bottom 2 3x and the top 2 3x. And then the other 4 are just going to be x's. So I need to solve for x. Okay, on the Go formative, it'll ask for an equation. So I'm just going to go ahead and set it up like this. You write your equation here, and then the next question asks for x equals. On your equation, you do not have to solve it in the problem. You're just telling me what equation you used, and then you're just telling me what you got for x. So you could write all of this out, 3x plus 3x plus x plus x plus 3x plus 3x plus x plus x. Or you can just simplify it. How many x's do I have? Remember, these count as 3. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 3 times 4, that would be 12 x's right here. 13, 14, 15, 16 x's. How many sides does this have? 5, 6, 7, 8. So it's an octagon. Octagon. How many angles? What's the sum of my angles in an octagon? Well, if I look back, it's 1080. So my equation is going to be equal to 1080. So that would be your equation answer. Then, on your own, you're going to solve it. So I divide by 16. So 1080 divided by 16, my x would be 67.5. And that would be your x answer. Okay, there is one more that I want to show you that is on the worksheet. See if I can get it here. Number 12, it will be 14 and 15 on your worksheet. So number 14. Okay, so number 14 tells us just to list the angles that are found in this little circle. So if you look right here, we know that's an angle that's found in a square. Well, what's the angle in a square called? It's going to be 90. So we just know that one's 90 degrees. Now these are both 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. These are both octagons, but they're regular octagons. That's what the question tells us. So one angle in a regular octagon would be, well, if I take 1080 and I divide it by 8, because there's 8 angles, one angle would be 135. So that's going to be my other angle. So that one could be 135, which means this one is also 135. So that's your answer for 14. You're just listing out what angles are found in that circle. And then number 15 tells you to find the sum of these angles. So if I add 135 plus 135 plus 90 up, I should get 360. Okay, then you're doing the same thing for 16 and 17 here. Finding that angle, that angle, that angle, and that angle, listing them, and then adding them together. All right, let me know if you have any questions.